Hello, it's Gem Games, and in this video we are going to create a interactable crosshair. So yeah, let's get started. First, let's go to the HUD folder and to the player HUD. Then we want to search for canvas panel and move it to the center. And from the anchors, let's anchor it to the center. And now let's make the sizes size X and size Y 100. And let's put these positions to 0 and this alignment 0.5 and 0.5. So okay. Then we want to search for an image. And we want to move it to the canvas panel and to the canvas panel like that. Now I actually want to rename the canvas panel to Crosshair like this and make it to a variable. Okay, compile and save. This image we can set this not to be a variable, and now let's call it crosshair 1, for example. Now we want to change this alignment. No, not yeah. Anchor to the top like this, and position to 0. And now the size should be 2.5 on the X, and Y for me 10 is good. Okay, now the alignment should be 0.5 on the X like this, 0 on the Y. Okay, now we can duplicate this and we want to anchor it to the bottom like there, and now we want to set this position to 0 and this to 0 like this, and also now the Y we want to set it to 1. Okay, so it's there. So these are the values: 0, 0, 2.5, 10.5 and 1. Okay, now let's duplicate it again. Now we want to anchor it to the left corner. Now we want to change the size Y to 2.5 and size X to 10. Now we want to change the position X to 0 and Y to 0. And now we also want to change this Y value to 0.5 and this to 0. Okay, so it's there in the middle. Now we want to duplicate once more. Now we just have to set the position Y to 0 again and anchor it to the right corner, and now change this to 0 and this X alignment to 1. Okay, now we can name those if we want. I will name this crosshair underscore top. This is crosshair underscore bottom. This one is crosshair underscore left. Actually, I will change these. Oh, how can I move this? Okay, that doesn't matter. Okay, this one should be crosshair underscore right, like this. Okay, compile and save. Now we have it created there. Now let's go back to the crosshair and search for the render opacity. I will put it to 0.5. Now we can check how it looks on the game. It doesn't do anything yet, but we can just see how it looks. It looks pretty okay. If you want, you can change all these like values, like this 10 to 20 and like 20, and you can change all those to 20 if you want. I only change the right and left, but you can change all if you want. But I think 10 are good value for me, so I will change them back to 10. Okay, so yeah, it is working. Now we want to create that logic for it, so let's go to the graph and let's close this, and this, and yeah, here on the event graph, we want to create a custom event. We want to call it crosshair size. Let's just call it crosshair size, maybe. Okay. Sorry about the noise from the background. Somebody's doing some construction work on the next apartment. So yeah. But yeah, now we have to create a variable which should be type vector 2D. This one, vector 2D. We want to call this first one crosshair. Oh, crosshair. Oh, crosshair. Oh, sorry. Crosshair size underscore default. The first one. Now we want to duplicate it and change the name to crosshair size current like this. And now let's duplicate one more time and change the name to crosshair size target. So like this. Now we have 3 of these. Now we want to set this target one from the event, and let's give it some space, and let's split this. Okay. The first thing we have to do is we want to get the crosshair size default here and split it also. And now we want to actually create a lerp node from there. Lerp, like this. Now we want to connect both of this return value to both of these, x and y, because they are always the same size, at least for me. And now we want to connect x to the a, like this. And now we want to get from the x again and multiply. I will multiply it by 3. Then we want to get from the here, from the b, select node or select float. It doesn't actually matter which select. This select float and this select. Yeah, here you can change the variable type, but I don't actually know what's the difference between this on this. If you are using like float, you can use both of these. If you're using like I don't know. Okay, but let's use this. Now we want to connect this to the B, and this how do I do it? We actually we have this here. We want to get this SPP first person character, and is ADS. We want to get this variable. Okay, and if it is ADSing, it uses the A. And if it's not, it uses the B, and we'll have to connect that to the B, like this. If it's not ADSing, it uses the crosshair size default and multiplies it by 3. And if we are using ADS, it puts it to 20. So it's basically makes the crosshair smaller because the default size is 100, like this, and it makes it 20, so it makes it basically like a little cross on the screen. I will show you later what it does, but okay. Now the alpha, we have to create a little bit more logic for it. We have to actually first add a clamp float node here, and the values I will use are min 0 and max to 2. Okay, and from value we want to get a add node. We actually want to add a 4, so we have a total of 4 these pins here. And for the first one, we actually want to go to the PP first person character. So let's compile and save, and actually save all, because Unreal sometimes crashes, and then you lose all your stuff that you haven't saved. So okay, now let's go to blueprints and PP first person character. Now we actually want to go to the event graph, and we want to search for this recoil. Okay. Now we have this sequence here. We can add one pin here, and I will actually move this a little bit further away, so I can get from here and create a timeline like this, and I will call this timeline Crosshair TL underscore alpha. No, not alpha. Crosshair and TL. Now we want to connect it to the play from start, like this. And then we want to open this Crosshair timeline. And we have to, or we want to set it to 0.05, like this, and add a new flow track. And the flow track should look like this. Let's add a key. The first one should be time 0 and value 1. Okay. Now the next one should be also value 1 and time 0.15. And the last one should be value 0 and time 0.25. So let's, I will show you them again. So first one, time 0, value 1. Next one, time 0.15, value 1. And the last one here, time 0.25, value 0. We can add some like smoothing to here, but it's not like, you don't have to do it, because it basically has it already. So I will show you later. Now we have to go back to the event graph, and we want to get from this track and promote to a variable and connect it to the update node, like this. And this variable should be called Crosshair TL underscore alpha. Okay, Crosshair TL alpha, like this. Let's compile and save. Now let's go back to the player HUD. Now we want to get from the this SBB first person character. So we want to get from this and get the Crosshair TL alpha, like this. And now actually we can, let's go to the event tick and Crosshair size. Let's search for it. Crosshair size. Connect it to here also, like this. Now I will align this. Okay, compile, save. And now if we play and we, okay, it's not working. Oh, it should be, okay, it's not working yet. I don't know why, but let's see. There's something wrong with it still, I think. Okay, Crosshair timeline alpha. Oh, now I know. I'm stupid. I didn't like actually have to change the crosshair size. So stupid me. So we want to get the crosshair current, get crosshair target. Now we want to vector to the interp to this node. Connect this current to current and target to target, like that. Now we want to get world delta seconds, this one, and we want to connect this to the delta time, and inter speed for me is 5. Okay, now from here we want to crosshair size current, set it and set it to this value. Now let's connect this, And after this, we also want to get the crosshair and slot as canvas slot like this. And from here, we want to set size like this, and the size should be this value here. Now, if we play, it should do something. So, okay, it's not doing it correctly yet. Okay, so let's add all those things that we need. So the first thing should be first thing should be so yeah, we have to add all those. The first thing which I want to add is, let's get the player character again, and is falling, because I want that it when it's falling, it, or when you're jumping, it makes the crosshair a little bit bigger. So now we want from here get the select float again and connect this to here. So when we are jumping, let's add 1 to it, and if we're not, let's not add anything. So when we jump, it basically adds like makes the crosshair half, like double the size or something like that. Then we also want to get from here, add another select node, this one, and this one should be, we also actually want to get from here, and actually we want to get from this, and we want to get velocity, this one, and let's split it, and oh, we don't have to split it, we can actually just vector length xy, this one. So we don't want to include the z axis. So we only want to include the like ground speed. Now we want to get, so if we are normally walking, it adds something to it. But if we are like running, so greater than, and our walking speed was 450, so let's make it 460. And if you have different walking speed, you can change it, like if you have like 500, you can make this like 510 or something like that. So it only activates when it's over the walking speed, so it's running. So when we're running, we want to actually, let's get from this divide, and let's copy this once more, this. And so if we are not running, so the B1, then we want to divide this by 700. And if we are running, we want to divide this by 500. Okay, I will show you later what it does. Then one more thing to add here, which is actually, what was it? Oh, so if we are ADSing, so let's get one more select. This. Now we want to get from here once again, like is ADS, it is ADS, and if we are ADSing, we want to if we are ADSing, we want to actually make this to 2, and if we're not, we don't want to add anything. Okay, so yeah, because if we're ADSing, we want to make it as big as possible, because 2 is our max clamp value, and here is why, because if we don't have this ADS thing here, it just makes the crosshair super big, like, you know. But when we have this here, like if the normal crosshair size is 100, if we are not ADSing, the maximum will be like 300, because times 3. But when we are ADSing, it makes it 20. So it will just basically, it doesn't make it bigger, it makes it smaller. It sounds pretty weird, but it works. So yeah, now we just actually want to make the logic that makes it go back small. So Let's add a branch here. And after this branch, we want to check if the crosshair size current and crosshair size target are equal, like this. And this error margin tolerance, we want to set it to like 0.001, so it doesn't have to be like 100% exact, but pretty much like pretty close, you know. Now we want to actually we want to get all these again, and actually I will move this a little bit closer. We want to copy all this and paste it to here and connect it to the false pin like this. Now from the false pin we want to change this target to default like this. Okay. Yeah, I think that's like all for this code. Now one more thing. We actually want to go to the BB first person character and go to the set weapon stats like this. And now we want to actually get all widget of class, this one. Now we want to find our base player HUD, and from here we want to get. Now we have to compile, and I will say we just have to compile, but yeah. Now from here we can get the set crosshair size default like this. Now we want to split this, connect this to here, and now we want to clamp float like this and connect this to the both of these. And I will actually, the minimum should be like 10 and maximum like maybe to 300. Now we want to get the bullet spread, which should be here on the weapon stats. Bullet spread. Now we want to get the bullet spread and divide it by, for example, 5. So now the bullet spread that we have set to the weapon makes our crosshair like bigger or smaller. If the gun has no bullet spread, then the crosshair would be smaller, because then, yeah, that's how it works. If it has a lot of bullet spread, then the crosshair is like bigger. Yeah, you can see soon what I mean. I think that's all. Now let's check if it works. So now if it goes bigger. If we move, if we run, it goes even bigger. And if we jump, it goes bigger. You know, it's like interactive. It goes bigger when we do things. Okay, when we ADS, it should go to super small. Yes, it goes. You can see pretty much working perfectly. It's pretty nice looking. So yeah. And if you want to make it bigger, here is the bullet spread divided by 5. You can make this like 2. It makes the whole thing like so much bigger, like this, and everything like bigger, you know. But I think this is too much, but it's up to you how you want to make it look. But I will leave it to 5, because the 5 is also for my the 5 is also, if we shoot, you can see it never, the bullet spread never goes outside the crosshair. I can show you. It always stays inside. Okay, so it's actually how it should be. So now we can actually do one more thing. If we go to the weapon data table and we set this another gun's bullet spread to like 500, this is like, actually let's make this like 350 for this first weapon. So now our crosshair should be different size, like it's like this. And when we change to the other gun that has bigger bullet spread, the crosshair always changes. You can see now with this weapon, works like this. It never goes like bigger. And with this weapon, it goes like a little bit bigger. And you know, I think it's pretty good system. And it works like it's supposed to work. And with that divided by 5 value, I think the bullets always stay on the crosshair, so it works like it's supposed to work. So it's like you can really see where the bullets can land or so on. Yeah. And now one more thing, we want, when we are ADSing, we want to make the crosshair to be invisible. So let's make that happen also. So we can actually close this. Let's go to the player HUD. We can actually add the code here, or we can create another code for it. I don't know which one we should do. Maybe let's add another custom event, just because it's a little bit cleaner, and we can clean this later. This looks like a mess. So let's call this crosshair opacity. Opacity, I don't know how to say it. Okay. And for that code, we need just a simple. Oh, we actually have to go to here, PP third person character, and to the event graph. And we want to go to the ADS timeline, which is here, I think. Yeah. Now we want to get from here and promote to a variable from the ADS timeline. And we want to change this ADS TL underscore alpha. Like this. That's all from here. Now we want to get the crosshair, set render opacity, and connect it to here. And now the opacity from here we want to clamp float. Oh, not angle. Clamp float. Okay, like this. And we want to clamp it minimum 0 and max to 0.5 if you're using the 0.5 as max. I am using, so yeah. Now we want to get as first person character. From here, ADSTL alpha, let's get this one. And now we want to multiply this by, I will multiply it by minus 1.1. You should do the same. You can adjust those things later. And then we want to add to it 1. So this is basically when we are ADSing our, this alpha is 1, but we don't want to make it 1 when we're ADSing, so we are multiplying it by minus 1.1, so it turns it around, so it's minus value. Then we add 1 to it, so it basically goes from 0 to 1. But I don't remember why I did 1.1, but I just somehow remember it works better. But yeah, let's see how it works after this. Now we want to connect that crosshair opacity like this. And actually I will crosshair size. Why is that like? Okay, I will add a capital letter to that so it looks better, I think. Crosshair. Okay, now let's check how it looks. So if we ADS, yeah, it goes to invisible. So now I think we have everything working here that we want. Everything looks pretty nice. So yeah, I think this was all for this video. If you liked what you saw, if you learned something new, please click the like button and subscribe if you want to see some more tutorials or if you want to continue watching this series. So yeah, hope you enjoyed and see you on the next one. Bye.